Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, intersectional and intersexual variations of the species known as Homo sapien. Narrowcasting live to holotape and broadcast all across YouTube and directly into your frontal lobes. This is the FAWK Chronicles. I am Cpt Privilege, and with me through no choice of their own are Dr. Darkside.
Ahoy, hoy.
And Grandmaster Tech.
Burger Chewin.
Yeah, Simpsons did it. Darkside. Get it up here. As we do always, folks, the onboard artificial intelligence system FAWK XJ5000 apparently has been scanning your primitive planet for any curatable signs of culture.
Ah, joking on a Dorito.
And apparently it has come across another gender in the ever engendering species.
Oh god, what are we up to now?
Clovergender? It's not cloppers. Clovers.
On screen.
No kink shaming. Yeah, if you're an anti-SJW, trigger warning. That's all I'm
Trigger. If you're a human being, trigger warning.
Okay. Was wrong with the Pride March? Nothing wrong here. Bit dank, but okay.
This is a gentle intro.
So this is about to tell us what Clovergender is, right?
You don't know.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No, this is what I think this is.
She said stop being trans or leave. So that, to me, stop being trans isn't something I could do. It'd be like telling me to stop being...
An edgy silence here.
You know,
Starship Potato.
6'2" or leave. And I was who I was. I was trans before we married. I was a trans parent for 23 years. It floored me, it scared me, because I didn't know how to not be trans.
Okay, so...
Stephanie Walsh, welcome to Daily Extra. You are one of the people profiled in the Transgender Project web series, and as well
okay.
the show Am I a Boy or Girl? Why did you decide to go so public with your story?
I paid a pretty heavy price for transitioning, and so at a certain point I thought, I've already lost everything and everything's happened. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to show other people that it's okay to be feminine.
Oh, good for you.
Fair enough.
So, like,
yourself
coming
out.
completely out of the closet, it just liberated me to the point where...
I'm still wondering what this is going to do with Clovergender.
And let people know that it's okay.
Well, Clovergender.
2007, when I actually stepped forward and started getting myself
trans
educated
age.
as to who I was and what this was, I was pretty naive.
Seem to be different things, but there's a crossover and it's a bit shady.
After 23
Trans
years
age
of
what?
marriage and 7
What's trans
kids,
age?
Stephanie realized she wasn't a crossdresser. She was transgender, a person whose gender is different than the sex they were assigned at birth.
Okay.
I'm genderqueer, I'm queer, I'm queer.
So having said that, what have you heard from people?
A lot of feedback. There's a lot of positive feedback. There's a lot more people that are trans. Like, a lot of people come out to me. I get...
So what you're saying is he's pretending to be an age he's not.
Like,
That's what Clovergender is. An age.
No, he's pretending. He's not pretending. He.
Look at people.
He's decided that he wants to continue his life as a woman.
This guy explains trans-aged a little bit more.
You know, you're probably wrong. And you should always be open to listening to new viewpoints and reconsidering certain things, because you'll see my description of myself. I call myself a trans-aged person. that, I define that I'm the only person that uses that term. If you Google, I'm the only name that comes up, so it's all mine for the moment. That's like the gay movement with all mine back in the early 60s. And that is, I'm a young person trapped in an old body. You know, yeah.
It's a young person trapped in an old body.
Ah, right, okay.
So
the
the-
transgender
so-
video kind of had a little.
So
little of that.
for a while, there's been this thing called trans-aged, right, where people say they believe, presumably, that they are young people trapped in old bodies, right? And recently, like as of the start of this year or something, Clovergender appeared as a Twitter account. The
I am hashtag age fluid.
that they are they are
Hashtag
children
trans age.
that they are children trapped in adults' bodies.
You know, there's a reason for this.
Benjamin Buttons.
There's a reason for this, right?
That's what they suggest, right? But the whole thing, and it's hard to work out whether it is or not, but presumably it is a troll, right? That Clovergender has been created as a front
A false flag anti-SJW
to trigger SJWs with, right? And but not just that, to undermine the whole LGBT community.
It's possibly true because, I mean, the old saying goes, "You're as young as you feel," right? And everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
within a fucking.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like, but at the same time, I can see a little bit of truth in this because you're expected to act your age, and some people just don't want to act their age.
So the blue triangle
Yeah.
is if you're a boy lover, and the girl symbol is if you're a girl lover, and it's all really shady. It's like
Those are supposed to be like dodgy paedophile symbols.
Clover,
That came
sea
in
lover,
Pizzagate,
equals
the-
child lover.
These were supposed to be fucking pedo
Yeah.
symbols. So this could easily be a troll, or it could be something
Yeah.
nefarious.
But that's it. But they're saying, oh, we're different. Oh, you know that we don't
It's not a
we're
fucking
not
troll, it's a
we're not exploiting children. We are children trapped in adult bodies,
Oh,
and
no.
and you know, like this is how they present themselves. This kind of crap. But
This has been going on for a lot longer than this whole Clovergender shit.
Yeah, and they're different guises.
Yeah.
But it's a bit too on the nose. It's a bit too, you know, that they're arguing a bit too much that we need to be considered like Kindergender is another one that apparently came before Clovergender. But they're a bit too, you know, we deserve to be part of the LGBT community. You know, we deserve to be part of that. It's so shady, man. Honestly.
Yeah, see, this is one of the things that bugs me, right? Everybody is fighting out for we should be recognised for this, we should be recognised for that.
Is it wrong to be a little girl on the inside? Like, oh my god, it's like that's just made to trigger people. Like, not like that's why I said, like, if you're a human being, prepare to be triggered, because how many people are going to be enraged by this? Seriously,
Probably.
and that's what it's been designed to do. I think, you know.
That's what's happening when you let folk in the bathrooms that aren't in this. I don't know.
Asking you to give me
in the bathrooms.
Asking you to give me equal rights implies they are yours to give. Instead, I must demand that you stop trying to deny me the rights all people deserve.
So that means did Hitler deserve the right to kill all the Jews?
It is not racist to have pride in being white. It is not paedophilia to have pride in being Clovergender. Oh, you know, it's like,
God.
it's so dodgy. Oh my god.
So
Godless heathen.
so
It's one of the profile names there.
so if this is one of those sort of true, you know, we're trying to push this.
Fist bump if you're a Clovergender, but everyone calls you a man-child.
I was about. Well, that's what I was about.
PewDiePie.
That's what I was about to
Totally
say.
misquoting people all over the place.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, but you know, I was going to say, if this is, you know, a true thing and not just a troll, then why?
Does PewDiePie know about that?
I don't know. I think if he watches
Did they
this
fucking say
this broadcast, he might find out. But yeah, it's like, why then are most of them like 8-year-olds?
What do you mean?
Well, because most of them are portrayed as being really,
Michael
really
Jackson
young.
Club. Go back up. Go back up.
There's a Michael Jackson club. Official Michael
Followed the
Jackson,
Michael Jackson
United
club.
Nation
Clover
International.
followed them, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, so why are most of them are portrayed as being very young, like toddler kind, you know, getting pushed around in strollers, you know, having pacifiers in their mouths, you know, probably presumably wearing diapers and such. And it's like, well, so beta, if you are so called, you know, age fluid, then technically that should really go for all ages, no matter what age you are.
Yeah, but like age fluid, trans age.
It's muddy in the water.
Yeah, and Clover, those things, and then Clovergender. Clovergender is latching onto those and just pulling them into
Yeah.
paedophilia.
See, no, the annoying thing
really
is,
harshly.
the annoying thing is, I agree that there shouldn't really be labels for anybody. You are what you are, but at the same time, you know, things like this are muddying the water so much with so many labels. It's trying to push it towards, what's the point in calling somebody this label, because there's so many labels, you can't pick what they are, so we're just going to treat them as they are.
I think if you have 200 or 300 labels for genders, it allows something like this to kind of weed its way into the network of genders.
Yeah,
you know,
but-
which is shady. And
You know, it's when you've got that little gender marker on like passports and such. You know, some people are going to have
gender marker on passports.
yeah,
Well, I suppose you do.
like male, female. You know,
Well, no, but before
Male, female, social construct.
before the multitude of genders, there was a sex.
yeah,
you know?
exactly. But it's still gender. You
And
know,
what now that on your passport there's going to be 300 options of
no,
which gender.
they're
you are.
actually, to make it easier, they're going to remove that from the passports and such.
Because gender is a social construct.
So yeah, basically, there's going to be no gender, or as you said, sex marker on any IDs. So
So they go when you're.
yeah.
Yeah, well, if you're...
My body is not my gender. My gender is Clovergender.
If you're a fan of our first ever premiere, inaugural, exclusive, annual, first ever premiere, anti-Clovergender episode.
Oh my god! Inaugural, like there's going to be another one. Seriously? Maybe if they get up to 1 million followers, then we'll come back and we'll trounce them a second time. But I mean,
Help us combat the evils of Clovergender.
there's already
or
been
expose the fake.
there's
news
already
that is
been
Clovergender.
announcements that anybody that follows Clovergender at Clovergender is going to get doxxed. There's been threats of that. So yeah, don't go and follow Clovergender. Don't have anything to do with Clovergender.
But that could just be the anti-SJWs.
Yeah, I mean, it
as
could.
well,
It
yeah.
could this whole thing. I could be totally wrong. This whole
False
thing.
flag by the anti.
This whole thing could be legit,
Or
but I doubt
It's
it. I
actually-
really doubt it.
the paedophiles slowly creeping in
But that's up for you to find out
to your DMs.
at your own risk.
Well, I fucking
What have we learned?
Transage
boys and girls?
Transage that like button. That's what I've learned.
Trans
That
agent.
some people just never grow up and therefore they can identify themselves as
I
Clovergender.
sexually identify as an attack helicopter.
Or you can possibly use that as a cloud.
Yeah. I've pretty much learned
Smoke
that.
screen.
Yeah, I've pretty much learned that it really doesn't matter what gender you are. If you're happy with labeling yourself, then go right ahead. But if
Yeah,
you're happy
there's a-
with your own life,
there's a
don't
much
bother
bigger-
with
yeah.
labels.
Yeah, just try not to label yourself as a paedophile
Exactly.
because not a lot of people are going to like
that. They're rebranding it.
So
It's okay if it's rebranded. Is that what you're implying?
No, I'm just saying they went out of their way to at least try to sneak around
so
the side.
does that mean after your research on this, you're
Climbing
feeling
in
a
your
little?
windows, stealing all your people's up.
Does that mean after your research on this, you're feeling a bit better about cloppers?
Yes.
Oh wow! Yay! There we go.
Cloppers is. I'm all about clopping.
There we
New
go.
level of tolerance.
We won 'em
XP
over.
Achieved.
I feel honestly, I feel dirty just looking it up. Clovergender, man. It feels me. It makes me feel
Go and search
horrible.
up some cloppers. You'll feel better.
Yeah. I will.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do a video on cloppers.
And if you're a fan of
Clopper
long
video
form-
imminent.
if you're a fan of long-term, short-term content on YouTube, user make content, folks. Hit that subscribe button.
Put a lucky clover on that subscribe button.
Hashtag age fluid. That.
No, don't.
Like-
do
I
that.
don't want any age fluid. Thank you very much.
This has been another narrowcast, recorded live to holotape and broadcast across the YouTubes from the FAWK Chronicles. I've been Captain Humongous Privilege with
Disturbed.
Dr. Darkside and Grandmaster Tech. Seriously thinking about going and throwing up somewhere because that was just ugh. And then communications and closing hail frequencies and phoning up Childline.
We look up this stuff so you don't have to.
But you're watching us look up this stuff, so technically you're looking up this stuff as well. So yeah, have fun with that little inception.